I knew my dad was popular, but I didn't know to what magnitude he was popular. He was gone and playing music all the time, and I just knew I had a musical daddy, and I wanted to play music too because of that reason, but I didn't know how much he was loved by people until I actually started performing with him. Well, I was playing a Catholic bazaar one night, and a friend of mine who lived right down the street from that church came and said, "Here, your mom said come and call her." So I went and called my mom, and she was like, "You need to come home. Your daddy wanted you to go on the road with him." So that was like my introduction. I was like, "Okay, I'm 20 years old. You know, I'd never been anywhere, and I'd rather play sax because I was playing keyboards at the time in this band." And there it was. My daddy called me and said, "Come with me." I made 21 on the road. I mean, California, Oregon, and Washington, Canada, all that stuff. After being in Port Arthur, Texas, pretty much your whole life, and then all of a sudden you're exposed to all this stuff, man. And those 9 years with my dad of just paying attention to him and watching him and seeing how he maneuvered things, you know, he was truly old school, real school.
So I've been involved with Zydeco music since 1978. I don't came to be an expert. I didn't learn from the books. I didn't learn from reading some stuff in a magazine. I learned from being on the road as a road dog with Clifton Chenier. That's where I learned this Zydeco music from. So I just want everybody to understand. I know I play different, but I learned from the king, and this is the way he played. He played blues, he played boogie, he played waltzing, he played Zydeco, he played ballads, he played all that stuff. That's why he was internationally known. Clifton Chenier, the king of Zydeco. I just want y'all to understand that.
The audience got me first. You know, because even all the funk I had played and all whatever I had played before, I had never seen people have that much fun. You know, so just being on stage and watching all those dances, bro, like they jump, they hop, they skip, they slide, and then actually being able to be up there on the stage, helping them have that fun. All that made me fall in love with Zydeco. It's just incredible music, and it's nothing like it. Well, my daddy always told me, he said, you know, the old hog ain't gonna always be here. You're gonna have to take over for me one day, you know. And I was stuck on saxophone and jazz still at the time, even though I loved Zydeco. And I was like, well, you know, I got a place for accordion. No, you can't have no place for it. You either play it or you leave it alone. That was his words to me. So I'd say around in 1990, 91 or something like that, I kind of started playing around with it. And then my dad got sick, you know, and he just started telling me I had to open the shows for him. Just like that. So my first show was a live show at Tipitina's in New Orleans. It was my very first time on stage in front of an audience playing accordion. That night at Tipitina's, I was scared to death, you know, because I had, never fronted a band like that before, you know, and I wasn't that fluent on the accordion at the time, so I was just learning. But as time went on, man, you know, it's like all this stuff that happened seemed natural. You know, it's like when he first passed away, I talked to the guys. We had been playing a few gigs here and there, and I said, well, what y'all want to do, man? I said, we could keep going or we could just part ways and do what we do. And everybody wanted to stick together. So I was happy that all these guys wanted to stay with me and continue the Red Hot Louisiana Band. Not to say that they would want to, but I'm pretty sure there's nobody playing the style I play. You know, even when I play my daddy's songs, I still play them my way because I'm me, I'm not him. You know, and he's already been him. He told me to be myself. Well, there's two things that keep me inspired. One is I love doing it, and I want to keep doing it, and I strive to keep getting further and further and further. I want to play for a stadium full of people. You know, I want to play big, massive audiences. The second thing is I don't never want anybody to forget Clifton Chenier. So as long as CJ Chenier is here, I'm gonna always keep his name in their ear. So that's those two things that keep me motivated. And I just want people to know, whenever you go into Zydeco, it's all about fun and good time. You know, it don't matter if you know how to two-step, you don't know how to two-step. You just move something, it's all gonna fit. You know, so just always, let's say the baton roulette. It's fun.
Bonsoir. Au revoir.